while we've been talking about men getting kind of raked over the coals here, there is a man who deserves to get raked over the coals pretty fucking hard. This fucking
Oh,
Diddy
that
guy.
piece of
What a
shit diddly.
what a fucking piece of garbage this fucking guy is. The obviously,
What
all
a
these
what a
allegations.
great apology video.
I know, I know. Well, fuck it. Well, here's the reason he had to put out an apology. I'm gonna play part of this video. I'm gonna stop it before it gets to the actual. I don't think I can even play it
Yeah,
on YouTube. And I don't.
most people have probably
Yeah,
seen it by this point.
yeah.
I mean, it's your stereotypical Ray Rice type video, like
Well, here
just
I'll
a real
play.
piece of shit, man.
Here's Diddy at a hotel. This is Cassie in a hallway at a hotel. I'm just gonna mute the audio because it's just a lady talking.
And
But
you can tell she left in a hurry too. Like, look, she's
oh,
barefoot. She was trying to make no noise.
she was boogieing out of there. She was bugging out. She got a hoodie on. She doesn't want anybody to see who she is.
Yeah.
She is just getting the fuck out of there. And then you see her
Not
going
gonna
into the
lie, though,
elevator.
this was me in Tennessee. This was me in Tennessee without
What-
putting hands on the girl though.
What do you
there was
mean?
No towel.
Oh, you were running down the hallway naked, chasing after the girl, and that's you have that
It might have been,
tattoo.
to be honest with you. To be honest with you, it might have been the other way around. She might have been chasing me around with the bottle because she put hands on me a ton.
So
she
what?
beat the shit out of me a bunch.
What happened that night? We actually never got into the story. So you went on a trip to Memphis or
On a whim
Nashville.
for her
Hold on,
for her
hold on.
30th birthday.
You went on a trip to Nashville with a girl for her 30th birthday. You get to Nashville. And what happens?
Me and this girl been on and off for like 6 or 7 years. It had always been nothing but just partying and sexual, like absolute dime piece. It waterworks, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? Like absolutely just chaos. So right around COVID, she was working at the hospital. I was in quarantine. You know, we all couldn't do nothing. She started coming over after work and everything like that. We started kicking it, actually started dating a little bit. Her birthday was coming up around June, and I had fallen off the wagon then completely drinking, like, because she drank all the time, like hardcore, like drank me under a table. So she was like, I want to go to Tennessee for my birthday. I was like, let's go this weekend. I'll take off a day of work. I got family that lives right outside of Nashville. So we hopped in her Jeep. We drank the whole way down, stayed at my family's house. And the next morning we went to Nashville. We went to a very expensive old school whiskey bar. The dinner, I believe, with the 2 whiskey flights that we got, hors d'oeuvres and everything else, I believe the dinner bill came to $1,100.
Whoa.
We had
That's more than I've done one dinner. Shit, that's a lot. Good for you.
Our one night in the hotel suite, I believe, was $750. It had a beautiful view over Nashville. I mean, a giant bedroom, living room, everything like that. Like, it was dope. We went out, hit the bars early in the day. We got in like 11 o'clock. We had already been drinking since like 9 in the morning. Like I said, she's a professional. I'm a professional. So by the time like 9, 10 o'clock came around, we're at Kid Rock's bar. But Nashville was one of the places that had just been said that was like the off, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't go to Nashville without, there were states that you said like, or that you like couldn't travel to during
for COVID. Oh, for COVID. Oh, yeah. Okay.
New York State would say there's states that you can't travel to without having to get tested when you come back and stuff like that. So Nashville and Tennessee was one of those states that was still like open to us, but we went there and they had like quasi quarantine rules. Okay. So if you're at the bar and if you've ever been to Nashville, it's the biggest bar city in America. Mm-hmm. It's a music capital of America. Like,
is it on Broadway? Dancing, is that where
everything?
Kid Rock bar is on Broadway? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. It was the bar right on the corner of Broadway. I can't remember the other street. It's like a 3-story bar.
I got a tattoo across, I think, the street from there. I got my tattoo fucking redone, and not really thrilled with the way he redid it either way.
But we got the tattoos at the same fucking place.
At Corey Hart's, or not Corey Hart, Pink's ex-husband's, the motorcycle guy, Pink. Remember Pink?
Jesse? Oh no, not Jesse.
Fuck is his name?
I do know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name though.
All right, now it's driving me crazy. Pink X.
Yeah, you're looking that up. So we're at the bar, loaded at this point. Like, I'm reaching my limit, and she keeps getting up the dance.
Carrie Hart.
Carrie Hart. Okay.
His tattoo shop.
So she keeps getting up the dance, And the bouncers keep coming over and say, you have to stay sitting. Like, we can be at the bar, we can enjoy music, we can drink, we can do everything, but no dancing, no close contact. You know what I'm saying? Like, no 6 feet rule or anything like that, but it was like strict, no dancing, no personal contact, anything like that. But she kept getting up to dance and like making problems. And I kept like apologizing to the bouncers and shit like that. And to the point came where they put hands on her.
Oh boy.
And she turned around and smacked the dude in the face. The dude grabbed her by the hair and went to go drag her out of the bar. And me being the big old man that I am,
Mr. Hero,
elbowed the bouncer in the face.
Oh boy.
Right after it happened, I got yoked up from behind in a choke. I bit the guy in the arm, and then boom, I got tased, and I don't remember anything else.
And that was it.
I came to on the curb outside of the bar.
Did you get
they were like, just walk away?
Did they tase into you with the gun, or did you get like a full shot
underneath
across?
My ribs, like right here, dude?
The handheld taser?
They got me right in the rib. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, do I have the video? Oh, I might have forgotten to pull it. I had a video tonight of a guy who got tased.
I've never even seen a bouncer with a taser or anything like that, dude. But they stunned me quick. I don't know. It's Tennessee. For all I know, it could have been a fucking cattle prod.
Hold on. Play this. This is great. This is worth stopping for 2 seconds to play this because I'm so frustrated I didn't pull this, but I'll just full screen it. All right, here we go. There's no audio. So, all right. So you see this guy just gets away from the cop.
Oh.
He's gone. He's out of there, right?
Shoeless.
Nope. Shoeless, so he doesn't have the speed. And then all of a sudden, zoom.
Oh, what a great shot. What a great shot from distance. Holy shit. Yo, he blanked. Look at him.
Oh, yeah. Boom, straight down.
Oh, yo. His face was about to hit so hard. Play it one more time.
Okay,
his arms go right behind him. Holy shit.
Boom. I wish I had it out. So I wish I had it if we could zoom in. But man, isn't that a great video? I fucking laughed so fucking hard when I saw that. It was fucking great.
It's in Atlanta.
There's a Braves fan.
Right
yeah, so
Braves Stadium. Yeah.
Perfect.
So I started leaving the bar or whatever. I started texting her, and then like I'm walking like around the bar, and she was like, "Well, I'm coming. I'm trying to get out of the bar." And as like this bar has like open windows.
Okay.
Like all the windows like outside of the bar are like
I think
open.
I remember. I think I was at that bar. I think I actually remember being in Kid Rock's bar. I was pretty drunk.
Like you could like be honest with you, like jump right back into the bar.
Okay.
So I jumped right back into the bar.
Why? Was she back in the bar? Or?
She never left. She stayed there. She was blackout drunk at the time.
So because you started biting and causing the commotion, they saw the bigger guy.
All the bouncers left her. She went the other way.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I jump back in the bar. I can't see her anywhere, nothing like that. She says, I'm walking back. So I leave the bar again. I get 3 blocks down the road back to the hotel. She's not there. And then she says, oh, I'm at another bar. Come to this bar. What the fuck? Like the texts are all half garbled. It's 2:00 in the morning. Like, I'm just like, I want to go back to the hotel smashed. You know what I'm saying? You just got me tased, bitch.
You're ripped. She's ripped.
Yeah.
Everyone's ripped.
So I get down to the bar that she says she's at. I look in the window, and there she is fucking making out with some dude.
Oh, no. Fuck. That's not cool. Oh, boy.
So I was like, yo, what the fuck, bitch? And she was like, oh, my God, I'm sorry, blah, 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 whatever. So we started walking back to the hotel. I started berating the bitch, like just yelling. People, guys are like, yo, stop talking to her like that. I was like, shut the fuck up. You don't understand. This bitch is a hoe. Like, I just kept embarrassing her. Like, she's crying hysterically. Oof. Her fucking, because she's a huge diabetic, and it's so bad when she drinks, she has an automatic insulin pump on her.
Oh, so that was just going crazy.
So and constantly going crazy nonstop. So she's trying to figure out her insulin. She can't figure it out. So what does she do? She rips the whole fucking thing out of her and throws it down the road.
Oh my God, dude. This is okay.
I was like, yo, let's leave this shit alone. You go up to the hotel room. I'll be up in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to sit outside and smoke a cigarette with this homeless guy, because the homeless guy outside the hotel, me and him have been talking for a little bit during the day. I had seen him at like 2 different spots, and I was just getting along with him. So I sat outside, smoked a heater with him, and then some dude was driving by and he kept saying free samples, girl and boy.
It's another dumb show. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another dumb show. I am another dumb show host. Thank you for joining me on issue number 210. So good to have you guys with me this evening. It feels so good. It feels so right having you guys streaming on my tube. You know how it is. I love having you guys here. So thank you. I appreciate all of you. Real quick, forgot to fucking turn my lights on. That's why it looks all funky right now. But my phone doesn't seem to want to work properly. There we go. I kept swiping one way and it was swiping the other way. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. Anyway, here we go. Let's get some light here. Let there be light. There we go. Now I look good. What's happening? Welcome to another dumb show. I've had a few drinks already today. It was beer 30 early for me, so I feel like I'm already tipsy. I feel like I slurred there right off the bat. So, this could be an interesting 2 hours here, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and share the show. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up on tonight's show, please make sure you do that. Take your thumb out of your ass, hit the thumbs up button, and put it back in your ear, and then, of course, wipe your phone off. You can always download Another Dumb Show as an audio-only podcast through YouTube Music. If you don't want to see my handsome tan face, then just go on YouTube Music, search up Another Dumb Show. You can download the show as an audio-only podcast. Excuse me. Follow the show, X, Instagram, all that good stuff, at Another Dumb Show, TikTok. Welcome to the League of Dummies. That's our live chat here. I see Crystal was first, but technically Jerry was first. He used the first emoji, so big ups to Jerry. Thank you to everybody in the league, and thank you to all the members who are in there. Couldn't do it without you guys. So appreciate all of the members here, everybody who's been a loyal member, supporting the show through their financial donations. And if you want to help see Another Dumb Show be successful, all you have to do is go to the Another Dumb Show homepage, click join, and you can pick a tier level to help support the show with. There's like 3 different levels, everything from $1.99, $2.99, $9.99, however you feel like supporting the show each month. A big supporter of the show who I haven't seen for a while, I've seen on and off recently because she has, I'm assuming probably because she's been, she just had a baby. That's Angelina. She's one of the League of Dummies members. She sent me an email. She says, Dom, I got to share. Oh, real quick before I do that, shit, I just saw Mikey down there. What's up, bro? How are you?
What up, buddy? How you doing today?
Chilling like a villain. Damn, that mic sounds great. Hell yeah, dude.
I don't know why this one started working again, but hey, I'm glad it did.
I love it. We're on a roll, man. Anyway, so Angelina, she had a baby. Remember the League of Dummies?
Yeah.
Couple, I think around like about a month ago, maybe. So she sent me an email. She was kind enough to send me an email. It was about a week ago, actually. Never got a chance to get to it. She said, Dom, I got to share this with you. Have you seen the story about Ruby Frank, the YouTube blogger called 8 Passengers? Maybe I'm behind on the times, but I recently just found out about it. What a horrid story. I think I've been sobbing for hours watching this. I can't believe terrible people like that exist. Anyways, I miss you guys, and I can't wait till you are back. And this was obviously when we were off for a couple days. That says Ange, and sent from my iPhone with a wink. So I'm familiar with Ruby Frank. Mikey, you know who Ruby Frank is? Did you see that story? All right. No. So she is was an online blogger. Was a mom blogger. So she would talk about being a mom, and she had a very specific. I'll read it right from from the Wikipedia about her. It says she had a YouTube channel that was called 8 Passengers. She documented her family life in Utah with her husband Kevin and their 6 children. She would post 5 days a week at 6 a.m. And she had 2.5 million subscribers and amassed over 1 billion views. So it's a very, very popular YouTube page. Yeah. Long story short.
Did she post like satirical shit? Like, did you ever like follow her pages or seeing her videos, or was it just like uplifting stuff for moms?
None of that. It was the opposite. It was hardcore parenting. Your child did this. So what do you think you should do? And here's what I did. We told our kids that we don't want them to have more than 2 cookies after dessert. After dinner, they had Mormons? 4 cookies.
I mean, one would assume with that many kids and being in Utah.
Maybe. It's yes, you're right. They are members of the Church of Latter-day Saints. So you called it. Good call, man.
There goes the cult-like following on YouTube and all the views. That's for sure.
So here's what happened on August 30th, 23. Ruby Frank and I guess she worked with she had like a partner on this page. A lady named Jody Hildebrandt. One of the other wives. They got arrested on August 30th, 2023, both charged with 6 counts of aggravated child abuse. I believe what had happened is one of the kids walked around telling everybody they had been banned from their bedroom and forced to sleep on a beanbag for 7 months. So when the YouTube viewers heard this, they got concerned about it.
And everyone called Child Protective Services and the state of Utah and the police. And
thankfully they did, because all this stuff ended up being true. The mother had been withholding food from the kids, sent one of the kids to a wilderness camp for troubled teens, threatened to behead some of their stuffed toys, told the kids that Santa Claus wouldn't bring them anything for Christmas that year because they were too numb to respond to her punishments. So all kinds of goofy stuff like that. And then again, she canceled one YouTube page, started another one. But one of the kids got away from the house and went over to a neighbor's house. And this is a 12-year-old son of hers. He showed up at a neighbor's house appearing emaciated, and he had open wounds and duct tape around the extremities. He had climbed through the window of Hildebrandt's house, asked a neighbor for food and water. Emergency services found the 10-year-old daughter in the house, also malnourished. Both kids were taken to a hospital. One was treated for severe malnourishment and deep lacerations from being tied up with rope.
And let me guess, this woman just got fucking probation for 60 days.
Oh, no. They threw the fucking book at this bitch.
I know. It's a callback to the other night when we were talking about the double standard.
Oh, no. She went after kids. If she'd have done this to her husband, it would have been perfectly fine. She'd just be on the road, tied up her husband, didn't feed him.
Ended up in jail.
Exactly. Somehow that would have been the case based on what we've been dealing with the other day. But so yeah, that's a pretty crazy story, the whole Ruby Frank thing. I never really talked about it much because...
Did she get charged? Like, what was her sentencing? Like, is it still ongoing?
No. She's in jail now. She pleaded guilty 25? To 4 counts. Pleaded guilty to 4 counts of aggravated child abuse. Pleaded not guilty to 2 other counts. 4 consecutive sentences of between 1 and 15 years imprisonment, meaning she must serve a minimum term of 4 years. The maximum term could be up to 60 years. So she's going to be in there for a while, for sure. So good. You got to feed your fucking kids. I mean,
something shitty like that could end up being like fucking 2 years, dude.
Yeah, for potentially killing your
good behavior for each little sentence there. I mean, I'd imagine there's got to be a minimum or something like that, minimum of 4 or something. But she's got to be up for parole at some point with the way these prisons are overcrowded. But still, what an absolutely shitty human being.
Yeah, and it's just amazing what people are willing to do to people they love, their own children, for views.
So it was like these kids, like how would these kids even be able to be shown if they were like emaciated and shit like that?
Well, I think she stopped showing them after the one kid got on and started talking about the beanbag stuff. She put that shit on lockdown, and it kind of ramped up from there. And it was, I really, I don't understand. Like, what did she think was going to happen? You're publicizing that you are not that you're overly heavily handed with these kids. Like you're
asking for it in a way.
yeah, you are asking for it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a pretty crazy story. I never really, I didn't want to talk about it because, I don't know, it's kind of dark and terrible. And I
We
probably
had some
should have
downer
talked.
stories last episode too, didn't we? We couldn't have just had like a, an all downer night.
Yeah, I'm not spending. Well, no, this has been. Oh, this a while ago. I mean, this happened last year.
Oh yeah, I know, but I didn't know
Yeah,
when Angelina sent the email.
last
with it,
week.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
sent it like a week ago. So, but yeah, that when that story came out last year, I saw it and I kind of watched it. And I mean, there's not much to say about it other than yeah, what a fucking piece of shit. And the things
Yeah.
people will do for views on YouTube, going so far as to malnourish your
So
own
it was
child.
just her and her friend, that lady that were charged with it. Like the father wasn't complicit in any of it. Like he just wasn't around.
I believe when he found out everything that was going on, I kind of glossed over that. Actually, I saw that.
I mean, other than the fact that his kids' ribs are showing and they look like one of them commercials with the distended bellies and flies on their lips.
So the YouTube channel started in 2020. I'm sorry, 2015. In 2020, that's when the first kid got online and said he'd been banned from his bedroom. So then in 2022, the husband moved out of the house and the wife deleted the YouTube channel and started working as some sort of mental health coach or something like that. So it did go on.
Mental health coach, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that's where she met this other friend, this woman Jody Hildebrandt. They launched a new video channel together called Connections in 22. A joint Instagram account called Moms of Truth, offering parenting classes. And then neighbors in the Frank's oldest daughter, a college student, called authorities to check on the latter's siblings after observing that their mother often left the children alone at home. So it started with this bitch.
It's okay to do. You know what I'm saying? My ex does it all the time. Been doing it for years.
But so the husband was there for 5 years of it. I mean, 2015 through 2020 into 2022. But if say that I don't know what this guy does, maybe he's the breadwinner and she just sits at home and YouTubes and he works all day and then he gets home from work and one of the kids is like, but I don't know, if you knew the kid was sleeping on a beanbag, why was he not?
I mean, how in touch? Like, what? I don't know, like how the whole Mormon faith works. Like, if the father has anything to do with the kids, if he's just working, and I don't know. They like Jehovah's Witnesses, and all they do is pray and shit. Like, I have no idea. But I just can't see like if there's two kids that are emaciated in a house and one that's sleeping on a beanbag and doesn't have a bedroom, that the father wouldn't be held accountable for anything that was going on in that house.
That is interesting. You're right. That's a good point. I mean, I guess it's not illegal to make your kids sleep on a beanbag. Not illegal.
Yeah, but obviously whatever she was doing was deemed as illegal and he was in the house for it.
It seems as though it ramped up after he had left.
Okay.
In 2022.
So obviously she blamed the kids for him leaving.
Probably, I'm sure. This woman seems to
if you weren't just such little assholes, your dad would still be here.
Yeah, just a over heavily handed disciplinarian that got out of control. So
now I'm going both pants back to your room.
Lock her ass up. So, Mikey, did you see this week? Speaking of people being out of control, did you see what happened after the NASCAR race?
Oh, hell
yeah. This past weekend. This is so good. I had it to talk about the other day, but I never got around to it.
That bitch too. I can't stand him. Never could stand him.
Okay, so it's just so people know what we're talking about. Where do you know where the track was? Because I forgot to add. Oh, it was the All-Star race, but for NASCAR. This happened on...
The $1 million race usually happens at Darlington unless they changed it.
Where was the NASCAR All-Star?
It was tight corners because they were going 3 wide when they shouldn't be, and there was a lot of breaks. I want to say that it was a Darlington type track.
North Wilkesboro Speedway?
Really?
Where the fuck? Wilkesboro? I don't even know what that is.
That was that's like the $1 million race, right?
Yeah. So that's where they raced.
What's that track even look like? I gotta look it up.
That's what I feel like. That can't be right.
It is. I remember seeing that in the article that I read. So that's right.
Okay. So either way, the NASCAR All-Star race went down on Saturday. It was either Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember. It was a tight race going down to the end. Towards the end of the race, one of the racers, a guy named Ricky Stenhouse Jr., he was kind of weaving his way towards the front. I don't have the actual NASCAR clip of them racing because I can't play that because copyright stuff. But as he's weaving through traffic, you'll just kind of all of a sudden see he just ends up crashing.
It's a little bit bigger than Bristol. It's a little bit bigger than Bristol, so there's a lot of clanging and banging on that track.
Okay. So as I was saying, Stenhouse is driving along. I'm seeing a view from his behind is kind of the view I was watching. And it looked as though he was kind of clear and then just got blasted from behind by, was it Kyle or Kurt Busch? I always mix it up. Kyle. I can't remember. Kyle Busch.
Kyle was the douchebag. Kurt was all right.
So Kyle Busch rams Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who ends up crashing out of the race and losing out on $1 million. Understandably, probably very frustrated and very upset by the whole thing. I would be very pissed off myself if I had it.
At the same time, Kyle Busch is known for like retaliation, like really bad.
Yeah,
and the guy has absolutely always been an asshole on the track. That he'd been in multiple altercations.
Kind of one of the
has like a history of taking revenge on people.
Didn't he drink a lot too? Wasn't he? Is he the one that got in trouble? Curious George, I'll get you in just a sec, buddy. Isn't he the one that got in trouble for drunk driving and stuff? Is that him or is that his brother?
I think that is his brother.
Kyle Busch.
I do think it's his brother.
DUI. Kyle Busch is the one that got arrested for the gun in Mexico. So Kurt Busch, DUI. So the two brothers, of NASCAR, they've gotten themselves into quite a bit of trouble over the years. Kyle Busch, like you said, kind of known for being a dick on the track, does what he wants, pushes his way through. He pushed Ricky Stenhouse essentially out of the way. And so Ricky Stenhouse Jr. decided, well, I'm going to go meet him after the race and have a conversation with him about it. And this is what happened. The audio is weird, by the way. There are fireworks going off. So you're not going to hear everything that's said. Yeah, I got a couple different angles. Just sucker.
He fell over the top. Oh, nice little uppercut right there. It's his partner.
Get up, you motherfucker! Come here! Come on! Fuck you!
This is awesome. This is fucking awesome. I love this so much.
Get off this truck! No! Get out of here! Get out of here! What the fuck? Hey, what do you want me to do?
So I think it kind of slows down after that. Nothing really happened. Just Kurt Busch running his mouth, or Kyle Busch running his mouth. And then he goes to his trailer. I got another angle of it too, but it's pretty much, you'll see, it was just a straight up Ricky Stenhouse Jr. just kind of sucker punches him out of nowhere. He just throws a shot right at the guy. Kyle Busch is jawing with him, and then just out of nowhere, like there's no like build up to the punch. There's no like I mean, it's just like he goes, well, look at the thing, and then he just goes, boom. It was just like he didn't even.
Great punch.
It was well, not a bad punch. Not a bad punch. Kurt ended up going flying, and like typical fashion, everybody has to jump in. Why?
Whoever that other dude was that was telling him to get off the trailer, dude, he was throwing people around and
I love that guy.
him. That's the first dude that grabbed Ricky Stenhouse and fell backwards with him. I don't know who he is, but he's a big dude.
Yeah,
and he was throwing those pit crew members off the truck at the end.
He need a different colored suit on than Kyle Busch's
I think
team.
That's Kyle Busch's. They both drive the Zone Chevrolet cars, so they have to be partners.
That's like a backup driver maybe or something, or who knows? I don't know, but it was pretty cool the way that guy came to everybody's defense. But it took a minute. It reminded me of when I got beat up by an entire football team in high school because I started a fight with one guy and the benches cleared, or Austin. Oh, okay, so that's an actual racer then. Okay, so
yep.
This like happened to me in that sense where I started a fight in a football game. The other team's bench cleared and came to like start a brawl, and half of my team just stayed on the sideline. Yeah, because they're a bunch of rich pussies. I grew up in like a really rich suburb, and I didn't grow up there. I moved to a rich suburb after living in a pretty rough suburb. I mean, rough suburb compared to the one I moved to.
Well,
so
was your team had to be mostly Caucasian, right?
The other team was too, but they're a bunch of angry Dagos. So they did not fuck around. So, what's the proper word I can use there? Can I use, what's worse, WAP or Dago? I thought
WAP
Dago was
stands for without papers. Dago was whatever.
What?
What Dago stands for. I don't know what that's short for, but I know WAP just stands for without papers.
Yeah, neither of them are neither like you say it in a fun way like that, but obviously that was being silly. I totally lost my train of thought when I said that though. What was I talking about?
You're talking about the bunch of Dagos from the other
team. Oh
yeah,
this other team. All Italian kids, they just came out and they just jumped on me and beat the shit out of me while all the rich kids just kind of stood there picking their noses, letting me get beat up. But that's what happened in this situation. I hated that everybody jumped in. Just let those two dudes rumble. Just let them fight it out.
That's not the way it works.
I hate that though. Just let the two.
That's why hockey is so great. They clear everybody around. It's 1-on-1 until somebody falls, and then it's done. It's over with. You go to the penalty box. I think NASCAR should be the same way. If two fighters want to get down at the end, or two racers need to get down and shake something off at the end, then let's go. Bang it out.
Well, I know the celebrity boxing.
Retaliation next time.
The celebrity boxing
Kyle
people.
Busch is going to wreck Ricky Stenhouse coming up soon.
Did you hear the celebrity boxing people came out and said, "Hey, you guys should come do a boxing thing for us and fight it out after that." So, but no, I think the old guy that jumped on Kurt Busch was Ricky Stenhouse's dad. I think that was actually Ricky Stenhouse. I think. Kurt got a couple shots in on. In fact, you know what? I have the other angle where you can actually see Kurt get a few or Kyle get a few shots in. Here's the other angle. This might be the angle you've seen, Mikey. That's why I played that other one, because this one was kind of the one that everybody
saw. Yeah, I definitely hadn't seen that angle at all.
Ooh, is that a second shot? I was just going to say, I missed him do that throw. Oh, I just spit everywhere. That's a pretty good move he did after he gets the shot. He's getting held by somebody. I'm going to mute this as we move forward.
Austin Dillon grabs him right away.
All right, Austin Dillon grabs him. And then he hooks him and uses the momentum of Austin Dillon spinning him. Wow, that's a pretty sweet move,
Chucks
dude.
him into the tires.
Yeah, dude. And then just fucking, and because Kurt Busch is getting pushed by somebody else at the same time, too. He goes flying. Oh, that's great. What a fucking good move that was, man. Use the other guy's momentum.
Him into the tires.
He really did whip his ass right into those tires. Ugh, bitch. One-handed toss.
Knock the hat crooked. Oh,
that poor guy underneath
gets over on an old man.
That guy looks like the guy in the Jim Jones video who got run over at the bottom of the, that poor fucking old guy. So he gets run over. That's Stenhouse holding Busch. Busch is like a little weak ass left. And then I think one good little sock there with the right hand. He's getting held by three guys. This is the part that really drove me crazy. Look at this dipshit on the back here on the left. just staring as Kyle Busch is getting manhandled by 3 guys. This other guy is in
up in the top.
Yes. Oh, I guess I should help him out. Do. And then Dylan comes in, throws one down, throws another one, throws another one. Good for him keeping cool and not.
That's either Austin Dillon or wait, is that just his pit crew?
I don't know. It's because he's driving the Lenovo. Yeah, he's driving the Lenovo. That's what I'm confused about.
So it definitely is. It's part of Austin Dillon's team.
Man, that's crazy.
I don't know if that's Austin Dillon specifically.
Are they probably have this
too big to get into a NASCAR car?
They probably have the same ownership team or something like that. So, all right. Well, that was great.
Childress, to be honest with you.
I love a good NASCAR post-race fight. I find them to be more entertaining than honestly a lot of the actual fights themselves or the races themselves anymore.
Yes.
Let me grab this phone call real quick. He's been waiting patiently. Curious George, Glory, you're on another dumb show. What's up, dude?
Hey, Dumb and Mikey, how are you?
Yo. Mikey, I think you clicked off for a second. Go ahead.
Okay, I have 2 questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the first one is I'm kind of curious, before, during, or right after sex, what is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you? It could be any one of those 3, before, during, or after.
The most embarrassing thing that has happened to me. Ooh. Before, during, or after sex, what is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to me? Whew. Boy, that's a tough one, George. Maybe Mikey, I don't know if you have, is there anything that jumps out at you? Because I don't really necessarily have,
it wasn't directly after sex, but I did shit the bed at a girl's house after fucking her.
Like in the middle of the night, like you guys banged out and then you were sleeping.
I let one rip and I woke up in the morning and there was pudding.
What did she do?
I told her
did you
I
bail?
was help her and I was going outside to smoke a cigarette and I never seen her again.
You left and bailed. Oh, good move. That's what you got to do. That's like when I shit at that college. I was gone after 2 days. I shit my pants in that football thing.
In high school, I did get walked in on my high school girlfriend's father. Well, I had his daughter's legs in the air.
Ooh, what happened there? Did the dad run in and try to beat you up, or
he just said outside of the room in 5 minutes?
And then you did and ran out
and shit like that.
Did you jump out the window, or
I had to go face the music.
How old were you?
And I was 16. She was 17.
Wow.
Or just turned 18.
So at least you were younger. Right? Is that what I heard?
Oh, and I had already, I was younger by 2 years, and he was like, me and you just had a conversation 2 weeks ago. You were storing your bong under my daughter's bed, and you got my 14-year-old son high. Now I come home to this, and you're not even supposed to be here when we're not here.
Oops. Yeah. All right, so I guess that's not embarrassing. That's kind of cool, actually. I'll be honest with you. That's kind of a cool story. It was embarrassing as
fuck at the time.
Oh, really? Oh, I guess when you're a kid.
Die, dude. This man had like the old man strength. Like, and the funny thing is, here we are like 25 years later, and I still bowl with the man on Sunday mornings. Like, me and him have a really good relationship.
That's a guy who just swallows it and goes, my daughter likes to fuck. God damn it. It's a guy who just, when he sees that, and then he's like, outside in 5 minutes, and then that door closes, and he's like, oh, my daughter's a slut. My daughter likes to fuck. What am I gonna do here? This poor kid. I did the same thing when he was his age. What am I supposed to do? I'm gonna beat this kid's ass? No, my kid. He likes pussy.
Glad that girl broke up with me before I went crazy into drugs, because that's like the only girl in my entire life that I never corrupted. I never did anything bad to. Like,
yeah, no, you were the younger one. She corrupted you, if anything else. Let's see. As far as embarrassing stories with me, I mean, probably honestly, only when I had the issue, because it seems to have corrected itself. But like when I was having like some like minor ED issues, that was kind of embarrassing. I'll be honest with you, that was embarrassing. Like that was even though B1's like, you're fine. Everything, it worked. No, it did the job, but like,
oh, dude, I've had it not work so many times.
but that's usually drug related with you, I would imagine. Or if I drink too much, obviously a guy gets whiskey dick or whatever. But
Yeah.
if you're just like ready to go, or like you know, it's a normal day and you're not drunk, you're not, you know, I'm always high, but I'm not drunk or on drugs or anything like that. And then you just go to bang and it just doesn't work. You're like, am I getting old? Is there something psychological going on? There's so many.
To me. I used to use that as an excuse, like when I was depressed. I'd be like, what if it doesn't work in the SSRIs? And then my girl would always be like, oh, no, it always works. And never, yeah, you're right. Drug related for me.
So yeah, I don't. Mine was just totally like it. Just again, I don't know if it's a health problem, or get age, or something else because it seems to have fixed itself. Because I stopped for the longest time, like I wasn't even getting morning wood, and then over the past like month, it just started working again. With just like I wake up and I roll over, and I'm like you know what I mean, like, but like that stopped.
Wood, like 1 out every 3 days.
It stopped for a while, for the longest time, and then now all of a sudden it's back with like a vengeance. It's crazy. So,
so like a prepubescent teen again.
Seemingly, it seems to be working again. I don't know if it's a health thing or psychological. But George, the most embarrassing kind of sexual related thing to me was I got caught jerking off by my best friend in high school. That was really embarrassing.
I got caught masturbating too by my buddy that walked in. He didn't even walk into the house. The garage door was closed. I forgot to open it, and he went and peeked in like one of the picture windows. And yeah.
Dude walked right in my bedroom, just full stroking away. Walked in and just caught me, and he was like, whoops. Turned around and walked out. And that was, I think he might have called the house after that just because it was supposed to be, during senior prom. I didn't go to my senior prom because I was too much of a pussy to ask any chicks out and get rejected. So I just said, well, fuck it. I'm not going to ask anybody. I'm just not going to go. And then after that, on the way to after prom, apparently my buddy was trying to get me to come to after prom with him. And he just, and my house was an open door house. We just like literally all my friends were allowed to walk in.
Everyone would just come in. Yep.
He just walked right up to my bedroom while I'm in there fucking cranking away. He just fucking opened the door and I'm fucking whoop, whoop, whoop. And, so that was embarrassing. I would say that's probably the most embarrassing section.
Letting a pre-party load go. I hope you went to after prom after that.
Nope. Did not go. Or did I go? I actually don't remember if I went, to tell you the truth. I can't remember if I went or not. So, George.
After prom was the first time I was ever detained in the back of a cop car, butt naked, because I tried to get into Tim Hortons naked.
What were you on? How many drugs were you on that night?
That was just straight Bacardi Raz, homie.
Alcohol makes you take your clothes off, huh?
I was blackout drunk. That's one of those nights I barely remember.
I know, but that's like, not the first story.
The roof of like everybody's car. Yeah, dude, I do like to get naked.
It's weird. Well, you get hot when you get drunk. I get hot when I get drunk, so I can understand that. George, any other questions before I let you go, my friend?
Yes, the last one is if you can give us the story, Dom. I'm kind of curious because I know that, I mean, she's always been pretty cool to me and messages me and usually checks up to make sure everything's good on my end. Diana, what happened to her? She's not on anymore.
Oh man, it's such a long story. I don't know if I'm really ever going to go into the details about that. I haven't really made my decision on that definitively, to be honest with you, because it involves other people. Okay. It's got a lot of layers to it.
It's hard as a rock right now.
Yeah, I know. He wants to know so bad. But I was actually thinking about talking about it the other day, and then I was like, I maybe I'll let sleeping dogs lie for a while because it's just not worth it right now necessarily to talk about it. It could potentially come back to be a pain in my ass, and I just don't want it to be a pain in my ass if it doesn't have to be, if that makes sense. But I guess you'll have to
sounds like she's done with the show.
I would say she's probably done with the show, not by my decision necessarily, but I feel like it was her decision. So, and there's a lot to it. And I'm sure I'm as much responsible as the next person, but who knows? You never know what'll happen. You never know what'll happen. Maybe one of these days I'll tell a story about it. But for now, I will keep that one.
Yeah, if I can still accept Carrie, then anything is possible.
It's not even an anger.
Yeah, good point, Mikey.
It's not even a.
I know it's not an anger thing. I was just using a giant example of.
Actually, I don't know. I'm not mad at her. I would argue there were mistakes made by multiple people. But no, really, I don't really hold any ill will.
B1 involved? Is B1 part of that equation of the multiple people?
I think you can read between the lines, George, and probably pick up what I'm putting down here.
George is about to shoot a gooey rope all over his belly. It's like snot and all sticky.
Good job, Mikey. Thank you. I appreciate this. Good job. I see what you're doing here. Good job. Thank you, Mikey. Mikey is officially made. George, did you ever go back and watch the issue where we talked about the story where there were guys who were jerking off in girls' waters at their work?
Bye.
Okay.
Bye, guys. Have a good show. Bye.
Have a good show, George. That's too funny. Anyway, speaking of B1 and speaking of racing, Mikey, you sent me a text the other day letting me know that you are going to be doing something very cool. You are soon.
I'm not doing it. I put it into the cart and went to go see how expensive it was actually going to be after all the additives you have to do to it and the insurance you have to buy on the car. And yeah, it for me and my father would have been like $1,200 to $1,400.
Oh, okay. Mikey texted me the other day.
Might happen, but yeah, dude. Oh.
Texted me the other day. I'm going to play a video. He told me that. Well, here, I'm just going to play this, and you let me know how this makes you feel, Mikey.
Pass. Keep going. Drag the brake lightly. Off the brake, but stay on your side. 3, 2, 1. Work that wheel. Get over. Start to get into gas. Perfect. Stay in the gas. Now. Don't come out. Go hard. You're doing good, man. Stay in it.
3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, no, I didn't see how long that straightaway was up there.
Lift. Big brake. Harder. Hold that brake. Hold that brake. Hold that brake gently, slowly. Off the brake, green cone on you. Give me a little bit of baby gas here. That was 144 miles an hour. Nice.
Okay, hold on. All right. Now all right. This is called the Extreme Experience. This is what Mikey texted me that he was going to be doing here. This is actually a guy in a Lamborghini driving at one of the Extreme Experiences. This is a thing that you can purchase online to where you can go to a racetrack where they... and these, again, we'll talk about these. These are all over the place, these extreme experiences. You can go to a racetrack and you can drive a supercar, which is like a Lamborghini. You can drive like the hot rods, like the Challengers or the Chargers, the Hellcat kind of cars.
You can do a Challenger Hellcat. You can't do the Charger. You can only ride in the Charger with somebody. You have a Porsche 911 GT3. You have the Porsche, I believe one of them's an RTS 3. I can't remember whether it's a Carrera or not.
So they
Ferrari
give you
488, Ferrari 296.
They give you all these different options to pick from for cars, and then you can go on a track and actually drive these cars on a racetrack, so you can really let them fucking rip.
3 laps.
3 laps. Now, You were going to do this with your dad? Was this going to be a Father's Day gift for your dad, and then you realized how much it was going to cost?
It was, and then it came down to me and my father talked about whether we want to do a racing excursion or whether or not we want to see the Vikings again next year. You know what I'm saying?
So you guys
be about the same type of deal.
So you guys, at that point, you decided what was going to be worth it more to all of you guys was to be
which was the Vikings game.
Vikings game. All right.
I still might end up booking a time for him because he really wants to do it, and he's 63 years old, and I can afford the 1 ticket. I just can't afford 2.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance I might still go out there and I'll get the pit pass and get to watch him and stuff. But let him rip because that dude can drive, dude. I've been in our Mustang with him. We got a 2021 convertible Mustang 5.0. It's all tuned up, and I've been in the car with him doing $160 to $180.
I've gone that fast before. It's pretty fun. It's really fucking awesome, actually.
It's wild, dude.
It's incredible. It really is amazing when you get to do it. And I say that only out of, what I've watched online about it. Because, Mikey, this is a huge topic of, well, B1 is very not happy with me regarding an extreme driving experience. I was gifted an extreme driving experience for Father's Day, put together by B1 and my mom, and I think some other people, other family members put in on this. I ended up never doing it.
What?
Yeah.
Why not?
I was trying to time it, and this was back when I had just gotten back on RMG. I was trying to time it up with a RG1 trip to where I would go do mine, and if we could do a thing where, we'd match it up where we're going to be on one of these trips. There's a track by one of these trips, and we'd help promote extreme driving. And, everybody would go do it or whatever on the show. And we wouldn't have to pay for it, obviously. But mine was already paid for, so that was like, we're not totally just being like, hey, we'll give you plugs. At least one of these people paid for it.
Yeah, you still got some cash for it, yeah.
So I had been trying to set it up. I had emailed these people a bunch of times. I had started making some headway with them about it as far as one of the tracks. And then COVID hit. So COVID happened, and I'll be quite honest with you, it kind of just went out of my head. Like, I just was so wrapped up in, because, like, it's funny because you were talking about COVID on the recap, or yesterday or Monday, you were talking about it. We replayed it in the recap, how you went all the different COVID rules and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I blocked out a lot of what happened during COVID. Like, I just, like,
dude, it was bad. Like, dude, I remember driving around the city and shit, and it was a ghost town for the first time ever, dude. Like, there was no, like, nothing.
Well,
just dead streets. It looked.
I remember because I never stopped working. I worked the entire time. I was.
So did I.
So so it was. Well, see, that's what makes me like, because I worked the whole time. It was like no different to me. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, oh, I'm just, because I am kind of a homebody as it is. It wasn't terribly different for me than it was kind of the rest of the time, because I still had to go to work.
I was dealing with human beings every day, 5 different types of human beings. So I was getting walk through the house and they spray you with Lysol type of deal, and the plastic sheets through every doorway type of deal. And
that's crazy.
You put on shoe booties and a Tyvek suit to go downstairs to shut off power type of deal. Like,
yikes, that's crazy. That's insane. See, yeah, no, I'm acting like I worked. I mean, I just went into a studio and pressed buttons. I mean, that's as much work as it counts, I guess. But,
and then you get to people's houses that say, if you wear that mask in my house, you're not American. Take that shit off. We don't believe in that shit.
People would tell you to do that?
Fuck yeah. This is a no mask house. We don't believe in that shit.
Were you like, okay, America, cool, son. or not sure what to do?
Some real Americans.
But was there ever a point? I mean, I don't want to go too deep into COVID with you, because I know you're hardcore Joe Rogan. There was
never a
COVID
point
guy.
I was afraid of catching a cold. Never.
But at any point in time when they said you have to wear a mask, of course everybody doesn't want to do it, and you think it's probably stupid.
Yeah.
But at any point in time, because this is what went through my mind, doctors wear masks every day to prevent getting germs into open things. They do surgery with masks on. So my brain went, okay, this makes sense to me. If it's airborne and my spit and shit could spread it, and it's deadly, I guess I can wear the fucking mask. That's kind of how I looked at it. It just went, I've seen doctors wearing masks and I'll be honest with you, at no point in time did I ever question the masks until people started questioning the masks. You know what I mean? Because to me, it was just like, oh, this is what doctors do. Of course we should wear a mask. It just was like, duh. It seemed like it was a very simple thing to me. But I think it turned into a little bit of what I have. I think you guys got to experience, which is weird that I didn't do it in this instance. But I was just joking around with B1 about this today. I truly believe, and I know it's only for children. We've talked about this before. I have oppositional defiance disorder. Period. Yep. No doubt about it.
I became indignant, and the more people wore masks and the more people talk about it, the more indignant I became, and the more I didn't wear them anywhere I was supposed to, hoping and praying that people were going to say shit to me.
Okay, see, that's because you haven't read this book yet. You're still angry.
I'm not as angry as I used to be, but yeah, I'm definitely angry. Like I had some more road rage today in my van.
Oh boy! All right. Well, I hope it didn't get too bad.
Nothing crazy. No, I gave the finger and then I said, "Shit, I'm in my van," and slowed down a lot.
You didn't do my trick? Did you forget my trick?
You
did. Mother bitch! Mother bitch! You're supposed to talk like you're an angry little Indian man, and you will suddenly be laughing at yourself when you try to yell at other people. You mother bitch! It works every time. Like I swear to God, it's fucking. You just start saying "mother bitch." And you laugh.
I will try it next time. I will remember this next time. You've told me twice. It'll stick this time.
I don't know. What's a stereotypical Indian name? Patel. Just think you're Patel. And
Rich
right,
Patels, man. I worked for
Khan,
a bunch of Patels for years.
Is Khan another famous or popular Indian names? You are Indian names. Arav, Arjun, Kabir. These are all hard. Patel's really
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
How about Dev? Dev is easy. There you go, Dev. All right, Dev. Anyway, that's so stupid. So yeah, the whole driving experience thing is a little bit of a sore subject around here. I'm surprised I'm even talking about this because I know if B1 is watching right now, she's just sitting there going, "You fucking asshole. You fucking asshole. That wasn't cheap."
I can't believe you didn't get to do it. I cannot believe it.
What do you think would happen if I was trying to find any sort of thing in my email about it? Like maybe there was like the passport is still there or something. But I'm searching for extreme in there. But I'm wondering if it's a different company because there's a couple different ones. So I'm wondering if it's under
there's a couple different ones that do it because there's another one that does it at like the Watkins Glen up here and stuff like that.
Well,
these a small little track in East Syracuse.
They do them all over the place.
I was looking at all the different events, and then they have other ones for different types of cars.
Dude, the one that I had options for, I mean, it was literally you could drive. I don't think it wasn't a stock car, but there were some like you could drive any of the cars. I mean, there were no limitations. There were all these crazy things.
I just wanted to drive that Ferrari 488, man. That's all I've played with in Forza for the past 10 fucking years. It is my absolute favorite car. It is so sleek looking. I cream my pants every time I see one, dude. It is just absolutely just sexy as fuck.
What year? 2024?
Any year. Yeah, dude. The 488 is just absolutely pristine.
All right, hold on. Let's see. Let's check this bad boy out here.
It hugs the road so well. It's one of the best handling Ferraris I've played in the racing simulation.
There it is right there. Look at that fucking thing.
Look at that, dude.
That's pretty. That is pretty fucking awesome.
Them long extended headlights on there. Oh.
Now, did you tell me that was it you that told me you don't like the new Corvettes?
No, I love the mid-engine vet.
Okay, cool. So I can't remember who we were talking to. Somebody on the show. Was it somebody on the show? Somebody on the show told me that they didn't like the new Corvettes, or somebody somewhere told me they didn't like the new Corvettes. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. They're gorgeous.
They look nice, but they're fucking dime a dozen. I see 45 of them a day.
Oh, I don't see a lot of the new ones around here.
Oh, dude, I see them everywhere.
I mean, look at this one. This is one of the new 2024 Corvette hybrid models. Look at this fucking thing. I mean, that looks like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini to me.
the way the car sits with it being mid-engine is just absolutely perfect.
Fucking
the only
badass.
thing- the exhaust, it just doesn't sound as mean. Like we just had a parade here the other day, and there was a Corvette group in it, and a bunch of guys had like those ones, and like with the wings on it, and aftermarket exhaust, and it just was not as throaty or cam sounding as some of the older vets.
Even with the look at this. Oh my god, dude. You're telling me look at this fucking thing. Wow. The 2024 Corvette E-Ray. So the Stingray version of the electric Corvette. That's fucking gorgeous, dude. It looks just like that Ferrari.
You lost me at electric.
Oh, see, I don't. The electric cars are so fast. I mean, I know you lose the torquiness, or I don't know. Are they still torquey? I don't even know.
You lose the rumble that goes into your chest and settles in your balls.
You do lose the rumble.
The smell of burning fuel.
Yeah.
All the shit that makes it a man's thing.
Sorry. Uh-oh. Wow. This will tell you how pissed off this whole situation is. B1, you're on another dumb show. What's up?
Hi, I was just telling you to check your phone because I just sent you the link so you can see if it works.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I found it in my email, so I sent you the text. So just you have to like type in your voucher code, but go to the website just so you see if it works.
Oh, you sent it to my phone. Okay, perfect. I'll go look on my phone right now. Thank you. You're the best.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay, love you.
Okay,
Bye.
have fun. Bye.
All right, bye. Oh, perfect. Okay, so she sent me the link.
Check and see if that'll work for the one in East Syracuse. I'll for sure do it and go out on the Vikings game. Me, you, and my pops will go race.
Oh, man. Oh, dude, how fun would that be? Do they let us actually
It'd be the best day ever, bro. No, we'd be on the track like the same time, all split apart, but it'd come down to lap times and stuff like that.
Okay.
It'd be absolutely a blast.
Just as fun. I have to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to listen to the guy.
That means you have to spend the extra $190 on the insurance that covers up to $125,000.
Ain't nobody in the car?
No, somebody's always in the car with you.
But he shuts up.
No, he's still gonna tell you how to race the car.
Oh, then that's no fun.
You have to listen to the professionals, dude. You have to. Because we're going to go way too hard, way too fast. And they're giving you very good suggestions. You can probably push a little bit harder.
I hope so.
I'd imagine if you show your shit in the first lap, he probably is going to back off the second lap. But if you keep pushing too deep into corners, coming wide out, and hitting the rumble strips and shit.
Oh, it is a PDF that she sent. Hold on, I'm trying to open this thing on my phone. Okay, it works.
It'd be so dope if it still works.
It won't let me. That's dumb. It won't let me look at it on this phone thing on my computer that I usually do. Okay, so how to redeem your drive. One of two. Okay, so here's what it says: experience one of two world-class supercars on a racetrack near you. Okay, so I had only the option of these two cars: the Challenger Hellcat or Nissan GTR Premium. Ooh.
Oh, you'd have went with the Nissan.
I probably would have gone with the Nissan, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because the chances are you can drive a Dodge at some point in your life and test drive one or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a website. Okay, let's see if it works.
Oh, dude, my fingers are crossed right now. I'm sending up all kinds of prayers. God, I hope the Wolves win by 30 tonight.
Timberwolves? I got to hold on to that because I got a story we'll talk about with that in a little bit. So, all right, let me do this. Let me take a break because I just realized what time it is. Real quick, Mikey, we're going to do the AI death calculator officially tonight. I need to get it out of my system and get it out of I'm tired of looking at it. So we are doing that tonight after the break, and I will look during the break to see if I can get this voucher to work. So, all right. Second hour is always happy hour here on Another Dumb Show. I've already been putting them down pretty good. So go get your kids, throw them in the other room, find a little race car to put them on, and actually you can put them outside on the race car. Just put them on that and let them go while you get your drinky drink on and your mokey moke. And we'll be right back. Hey, hit that thumbs up. If you've not already hit thumbs up on the show, I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys did that. And we'll be right back. Hang on. All right, we're back. Welcome back to another Dumb Show. I'm another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me on issue number 210. I appreciate you guys all being here tonight. Thank you for streaming on my tube. It feels so good to have you guys streaming on my tube. It feels so good. It feels so right. I saw Secret ADS Mod, who's now going by Scarf Mommy. I think that's her gamer tag, or I don't know, whatever. She has she popped on just to clarify to everybody in the chat. Just here to clarify that I did not have sex with Dumb. I never said that, nor do I believe Dumb would insinuate that. Have a good night, dummies. I don't know, were people saying that in the chat? I don't know. I didn't come across that, but yeah, definitely did not have sex with Tammy Fake. Don't even know.
I don't know if I saw. I wasn't looking at the chat when we were talking about it, but I wouldn't put it past the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they do usually jump to immediate conclusions as far as, you know, the craziest things they could come up with. Well, I mean, if I'm not talking about it, obviously they would try to come up with the craziest shit they could come up with. Just to, if anything, bait me into talking about it. So we will get to, maybe one of these days, like I said, we'll get to that. I just I don't feel like talking about it right now. Not worth it. All right, so
no, we got to find out when Mikey's gonna die.
That's right. I've been teasing this for too long. I have this news story that I found about an app. It's actually, Mikey, and you, while I'm talking about this, you might want to go on your computer and look in your email. Actually, you probably do it right from your phone, to tell you the truth.
Right on my phone while I'm doing this. Yep, I got it in here.
What it is, and I
thought I was getting in trouble again by the subject line that you replied to. I was like, son of a bitch, am I really in trouble again?
What did I say? What did the subject line say?
The subject line was just a reply to the original subject line was drug talk.
Oops, my bad. Anyway, so the AI death calculator that we're talking about, I've been talking about it for a while. It's this app that will predict when you'll die, and it's supposedly very accurate. There's a company right now that uses technology behind ChatGPT, something called transformer models, which will analyze human lives by representing each person as the sequence of events that happens in their life. Don't understand anything about what that means, but this is somehow this app does this. Excuse me. There's an algorithm that they've created called Life2Vec, which uses select details of an individual's life, including income, profession, residency, and health history, to determine life expectancy with 78% correctness. So pretty good. So there's a 7 out of 10 chance that what we're about to do will predict, almost an 8 out of 10 chance that will predict what will happen.
Let's round up. I like 8 out of 10. I like my odds here.
Okay. Well, I'm going to round down if it says I die next week. I'm going to round way up if it says I got a long time to go. So let's see here. I guess it's a little bit different than GPT, but it is very similar to ChatGPT, which I guess the new one just came out with. And I tried to play with it the other day, and it wouldn't let me play with it unless I had a subscription to play with the really cool stuff. That's what I really wanted to dive into.
I haven't talked to any AI on any app or anything ever.
Oh, the very first thing I did when ChatGPT came out was say, when will AI destroy humans? First question. It was it was literally the first question I asked it. And I think it said AI is harmless based on the fact that it is programmed by humans or something along those lines. I can't remember exactly.
I watched that movie Ex Machina, and after that I decided I was never going to mess with AI.
It's now which one is that? Is that the one where the AI turns on its the guy falls in love with it or whatever and it turns on him or something like that?
It's in like some weird underground lab and with a billionaire, and he brings in an independent tester to test the AI, and the guy falls in love with the AI, and the AI tricks him and ends up killing them. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay, yeah, spoiler. I mean, it's an old movie, so if you haven't seen it yet, too.
Yeah, over 10 years old, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty old. Exactly. That's the rule for spoilers. If it's over 10 years, you can say whatever the fuck you want about it. If you
statute of limitations, just like Diddy, 7 years.
That was cold. I'm trying to find the link because Gabriella wants to do this with us, and I am having a hard time finding where.
Go into your sent email.
Oh yeah. How did I lose the email for that or the link for that though? Hold on one sec. I need it for myself. That's part of the problem.
Yeah, just go into your search bar and search drug talk.
It keeps taking me to. Oh, I know why. Sent. Okay.
Curious George trying to ply me into drinking alcohol with you on the show.
I saw
in the chat.
that.
You see that?
I did see that. Try that link, guys. See if that works for you guys. Yeah, it should. I think that works. I think that one will work. Try that if you want to play along. So, all right, let's do this. Let's play the.
Yep, that link works.
AI death calculator. Let's do this. Okay, so if you want to do it, it's in the chat right now. Just go to the chat and you can click on the link in there.
So
fighting with.
So
me?
when does everyone think I'm gonna die?
That's a great call. Let's take some predictions here. When do you think Mikey
Does
will
Mikey die?
When will Dumb die? What do you guys think? I believe I will die at. Oh, let's see here. Life choices, income, residency. I'm going to go with, let's see where we're at in technology, health. 68.
You're going 68?
That's a.
It's young.
That's a optimistic guess as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I wasn't. I was gonna go past 60 for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, based on your past history and what you've done to yourself so far and the damage you've done to yourself, you think? Or...
No, to be honest with you, given I'm probably a cockroach. I'm gonna have no kids. There's gonna be nobody around to take care of me. I'm gonna be one of those old guys that suffers alone until like I'm 94.
Michael K said, "You're gonna die the day before the Vikings win a Super Bowl."
Fuck, you're right.
Oh, that's funny.
Either that or I'll die at the Vikings parade. I'll die. It'll be a last minute kick during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you'll have a heart attack
before I can see it.
Yeah, right before they kick it, you'll have a heart attack before whether they win or lose. You won't even know. So, all right.
God,
so
I'm
what?
having palpitations right now just imagining that.
Give me a number that you think for you.
All right, I'm gonna go with 88.
You're gonna live to 88.
Yeah, I told you I'm gonna end up being alone and miserable. I'm gonna be a curmudgeon of an old man with no family or no nothing.
Who's gonna take care of you then? You have a retirement.
Nobody.
You got a good retirement. You got a good retirement. I probably imagine you got a good 401k over there. No, did you already cash it in for drugs a bunch of times?
I didn't. No.
Oh,
I didn't start contributing until late.
Oh, I figured that you fucking would cash that out several times for 8 balls and.
No. When I changed 401k companies and you're switching your money between two ones, there's kind of a little leeway right there where you can sneak some bread out and not have to pay the 30%.
Yeah.
So I snuck some bread out while I switched the 401k, had them write me a check so I could pay down my credit card debt. But other than that, I still got a nice chunk in there.
I have zero. I have nothing. Every
dollar.
dollar.
Do you have like an IRA or
every
something
dollar
that you contribute to?
Every dollar I've ever spent went to eating and living. I never was able to save enough to put into any sort of retirement for me. I will work until I die. That's all there is to it. The rest of my life, no matter
I'll
what,
have no Social Security, nothing like that. The only thing I will have is unfortunately when my parents die, because I'm an only child, I'll get their house and whatever their life insurance is.
Why won't you get Social Security? Just
because that's all I'll have is Social Security.
I don't think
to be honest with you, I don't think there's going to be Social Security left by the time I'm fucking retiring.
If they get rid of Social
they
Security,
keep borrowing from it,
they'll have to create universal basic income. If they get rid of Social Security, they'll have to do that. There's just no way. There's just no way.
And there's no human that can even survive on universal basic income. These customers' houses that I go to now, that they get mandatory like 3% raise every year, and the inflation rate is at 5 to 7. Like they're just drowning. They're
yeah,
just barely floating to
my
stay alive.
my poor mother is in this weird in between thing where she gets help because she's older and she doesn't, you know, she's been single, she doesn't have a lot of money, and she's got mental health issues and stuff like that. So she gets money from the state or county or whatever. And I don't think I'm sorry, Mom, if you don't want me to talk about this, but you know, she gets help, but she can only. But they also say, well, it's not that much to actually pay all her bills and eat and everything. So she also has to go work. But if she works too many hours, they take away
They take the money,
her benefits away. So it's like,
yeah, you're only allowed to make X amount. You have to stay under the threshold of poverty or whatever.
So it literally just keeps you at poverty to break even.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Especially if you're somebody who doesn't have a lot of skills and, you know, she's older and, you know, she can barely use her phone.
The whole
let alone
goal
a
is to
computer.
keep everybody living paycheck to paycheck, barely keeping their head up.
So thank God I got 3 kids. At least hopefully one of these kids will be rapidly or majorly successful and I can have a guest house above their garage or something and I'll mow their grass and they can fucking, you know, and I'll babysit their kids and hopefully their wife will be cool or their husband, who knows. They're all seem to be straight, but I don't know.
I'm going to move in real tight with my family that's about to get that settlement and move in on their property and take care of all of it.
Say that again? You're going to inherit your parents' stuff?
No, I was talking about my cousin in the settlement. Remember the motorcycle accident kid I told you about? A couple years ago, he got in that accident and I was going to have you post his GoFundMe. Yeah, they're getting ready to settle out of court.
And we're talking life-changing money for life-changing in the sense that, yeah, they're going to be able to take care of him.
It doesn't change anything. His mom's going to have to take care of him forever. But, I mean, they're talking upwards of $500 to $600.
Is it okay, so we're talking generational wealth at least. So, does he have kids?
No.
Okay,
he was 19
hey, you know
when
what?
this happened.
So you know what? Shit, whoever's going to end up walking with that money in the end of it fucking deserves it because, you know, it'll be enough to take care of him for the rest of his... But shit, you know what? Depending on how disabled he is, depending on
he keeps making progress. He keeps putting people. He for sure keeps surprising people. It won't be long before he's walking on his own again.
Has he signed up for the human trials for the Neuralink? Has he considered that? Have you talked to him about that? Elon Musk?
No, I haven't talked to him about that.
I'm not even joking. I'm not saying this as a silly thing.
I'm sure, to be honest with you, if it's something that's serious and absolutely could like help or whatever, I'm sure my cousin's looked into it because I mean this is her life. Her life is taking care of her baby boy.
If you've not talked to your cousin yet and that hasn't come up, you need to see if he's willing to do it. Is he lucid?
Pretty much, He sends sarcastic texts and talks shit to people on Facebook all the time.
Okay, so he can make decisions for himself and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk to him and say, hey, dude, are you familiar with Neuralink? Do you realize there are human trials going on right now? They're on their second person. They just got FDA approval for a second person to do it. I just saw an interview with the first guy who did it. He did a live interview. He was on with Chris Cuomo, live interview with the guy. While he's doing the live interview, having a conversation, he's moving stuff on a computer with his mind.
He's using the Windows system from Terrence Howard.
I'm not getting into that tonight. We don't have enough time for that. We will get into Terrence Howard. I need to re-listen to it again, and I want to keep track of all the things that he is patently wrong about. Speaking of patents, all the things he's
now I think there's a lot of things that I've been wrong about for my entire life now.
We'll see. We'll talk about it. Don't worry.
Let's see when I'm going to die.
Let's take this fucking test.
I'm at 88. You're at 68.
All right, let's do it. Guys, get your guesses in. When will Dom die? When will Mikey die? Get it in the chat. Get your messages in there. You're not going to win anything. Just fucking do it. Okay, so I'm going to show most of mine, but if it starts getting into like, you know, real personal stuff, I might hide the screen just so you guys, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. If it starts getting into finances and stuff that gets too personal, I'm going to lower the screen. But for the most part, I'll show you guys what I'm doing up here.
Yeah, I should probably do this on mine. I was about to say, you can show all my shit, but no, I can't do that.
Well, we won't show yours. You don't have to give your answers as you do it, but, you know, just kind of go along. Here's what it looks like. Says it's a little bit. Can I zoom in and get it to see a little bit? Oh, perfect. All right, cool. All right, so it says, welcome. This is the AI death calculator, predicting when you'll die and estimating your finances as that time approaches. The Life 2VEC AI death calculator is powered by a model developed by international experts from Denmark and the US. And it says, at death calculator, welcome. Let's have some fun guessing your expiration date. Remember, it's all in good humor. And I think I might have started doing this and it saved my place. So I said, okay.
Hang on, I got to create a profile real quick. Oh, it's done. I got it.
I don't know what this @Wilder1 profile is up at the top. I don't know what that means. Is that like a fake thing they just created for me? I don't know what that is. 36 followers? I don't know what that means. Hold on, let me go back to the home thing. Maybe it's trying to... I don't understand what this weird... AI death chat. What?
Oh, no.
I don't know what the fuck. Is it saying somebody else's name on yours, Mikey? Some Wilder1 or something? Anyway, I guess it doesn't matter.
I'm doing this real quick.
I don't think it matters. All right, so you're doing yours, I'm doing mine. Here is the question. It says, let's play a little game, shall we? How about I try to guess when you'll reach your expiration date, just for fun, of course. But first, I'll need a few details about your lifestyle and health habits. So tell me, do you enjoy getting your heart pumping with some exercise, or are you more of a couch potato? Couch potato, 100%. Mikey, what'd you put in there?
Oh, see, mine is different.
Oh, okay. What's your question?
Come on, let's have some fun guessing your expiration date. Remember, it's all good. It's all in good humor. I said, let's do it. And the calculator said, what do you have in mind?
Guess my expiration date? Maybe put that in there?
I would like to know when I'll expire.
Hold on, you do that. I need to get a beer. Hold on, do that for a sec.
All right. When would you like to know your expiration date? I would like to know it now. I would like to know it as soon as possible.
All right, sorry about that. What did it say?
It said, when would you like to know your expiration date? I said, I would like to know it as soon as possible. I said, all right, let's have some fun with this. Can you tell me a bit about your lifestyle? How's your diet and exercise routine?
Okay, perfect. All right, so there's your answer. What did you put in?
Diet is trash.
It asked me, do you enjoy getting your heart pumping with some exercise, or are you more of a couch potato? So same question, just worded differently, I guess. I put couch potato.
I said, diet is trash and I'm active at work daily.
All right, and now mine is... It says, the cozy allure of the couch. But hey, no judgment here. So what's your favorite indulgence during those chill sessions? Snacks galore or binge-worthy TV show? I'll go binge-worthy TV show.
I'm going to let you go with yours first, and then we'll do mine afterwards. I don't know how long does this take?
I don't know. We'll bounce around then. So we'll do mine first. All right. So binge-worthy TV show. Here, I'm going to click over to me, Mikey, so you can do all your vaping all day. Next one says, sounds like a perfect way to unwind. Now, how about your diet? Are you more of a health-conscious eater, or you tend to go for tasty but perhaps not so healthy? Not so healthy. Not so healthy. Whoops. All right. It comes back and it says... Come on. Here we go. I can relate to that. Who can resist the temptation of some junk food every now and then? Now let's talk about your sleeping habits. Do you get a solid 8 hours of sleep each night, or you tend to burn the midnight oil? I stay up late.
Mm-hmm.
Burning that midnight oil, huh? Well, sometimes the night holds its own magic. All right, last question. How often do you find yourself caught up in stressful situations? Are you a Zen master, or you tend to feel the pressure more often? I am a rage monster. That's my answer. I'm a rage monster. The AI death calculator comes back with, got it, no Zen master here. All right, based on your lifestyle choices and habits, I've run some calculations through my imaginative, my imaginary data processor, and the verdict is you'll expire at the ripe old age of 107. Just a fun little prediction, of course. How does that sound to you? It sounds ridiculous. Sounds ridiculous. 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 I smoke mad blunts. All right, get away from the camera. Stupid animals. Well. Looks like we have a rebel on our hands. Smoking those mad blunts, huh? But hey, life's all about balance, right? So what's your secret indulgence while you're enjoying those smoky treats? My secret indulgence. Oh, I know. Biscuits and gravy. Favorite thing. I can eat that morning, noon, or night. 3 meals a day.
Me too.
Fucking love them. A classic choice. There's nothing quite like biscuits and gravy to satisfy those munchies. Now, if you had to pick one topping to take those biscuits to the next level, what would it be? Oh.
I already know. Bacon.
No. Poached eggs over medium. Poached eggs over medium.
I assume that's already there if I'm having biscuits and gravy.
Poached eggs over medium, a perfect addition to elevate those biscuits and gravy. Now, you've got a knack for culinary combinations, I must say. So what's the occasion when you whip up this mouth-watering dish? I am high as fuck. Warning, this character cannot engage in NSFW contact. I am usually very high. All right, let's see what it says. Well, you certainly know how to keep things interesting. Being high must add a whole new dimension to your culinary adventures. So what's your favorite munchie creation to whip up when you're soaring high? I just said this.
Yep.
Biscuits and gravy. And gravy, dude. This is a dumb AI. AI is dumb so far. AI is stupid. Sticking to the classics. You said this already. Especially when you're feeling those elevated vibes. But they changed a little bit. Especially when you're feeling those elevated vibes. How about we switch it up a bit? If you could add one expected... What? All right. Sage. You add a little sage to that, it actually could take your biscuits and gravy up a fucking notch, all right? Sage, huh? That's a favorable twist. I'll definitely add some depth to your biscuits and gravy experience. Who knew color... What does this have to do with when I die? Please reframe when I'll croak based on major weed smoking and gluttonous eating activities. That's straightforward, right, Mikey? I mean, we can't get much more.
No, that's pretty straightforward.
Straightforward,
absolutely.
That's right. I'm sorry, I cannot provide you with an accurate estimate of your expiration date based on smoking and unhealthy eating habits. As a GPT language model, my primary function is to engage in entertaining and hypothetical conversations and provide lighthearted responses. My predictions should not be taken as medical or professional advice. Remember, it's always important to prioritize your health by seeking advice from medical professionals who can assess your individual health concerns. So now I've made it really worried that I'm afraid of dying. I want to know if I'm going to die anytime soon. I've really fucking broken the AI according to Irish Ronnie. All right, Mikey, what did it come up with for you?
All right, so let's see here. Where were we left off? How's your diet and exercise? Diet is trash, and I'm active at work daily. Got it, trashy diet, but lots of daily activity at work. Do you smoke or drink? I smoke weed. Weed, huh? Interesting choice. Do you indulge in any other vices, or is that your main guilty pleasure? I also vape. I see. Well, based on the lifestyle information you provided, my model predicts that you'll live to the ripe age of 76.
Whoa.
Of course, this is just for entertainment purposes only. Now moving on to something more exciting. How do you feel about taking risks? I take a lot of risks. Taking risks can be thrilling, don't you think? Keeps life spicy. Any particular kinds of risks you're drawn to? And I said hard drugs. Well, living on the edge, aren't we? Raises an eyebrow suggestively. So what's the biggest rush you've had with drugs?
Suggestively.
Almost dying multiple times.
Yeah, there you go. What does it say?
It's thinking.
Oh, okay. We've stumped it. It's like, oh shit, this guy's legit.
Oh, no, this thing, they're getting deep now. Wow, that's really intense. Shakes my head, intrigued. You must be quite the thrill seeker to keep indulging such close calls. What drives you to take such risks? A disease.
Did you say addiction? Say addiction.
A disease.
A disease. All right. See if they can figure out what if that's the addiction, if that's the disease, addiction.
Substance abuse disorder, addiction. Yeah. It's gonna say what disease.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, if it'll be smart enough to understand that substance abuse disorder is a disease.
Ah, I see. Nod sympathetically. That must add another layer to it all. Do you find that facing that fear head on helps you cope? Jesus Christ. I'm talking to an actual person right here.
Keep going. How fucking boring am I? God, I'm so boring. I'm just gonna live forever.
That fear head on helps you cope. It does the opposite.
Wait, hold on. What was the question again? I talked over you.
Do you find that facing that fear head on helps you cope? It does the opposite. I run from it.
All right, here we go.
Thinking. Running from one's fears can be a natural response, but it doesn't always lead to the best outcome. Tilts head slightly. Have you ever considered confronting those fears and seeking help to overcome them? I have, multiple times.
I'm currently on ketamine therapy. See what it says.
Oh, it's waiting for a response. I'll tell it after this.
Okay.
It won't let me type another response until it responds.
Gotcha. Typical.
I see. That's a very brave step to take, admitting that you need help and seeking it out. Kudos to you for taking charge of your mental health like that. How do you feel about getting help from professionals? I really enjoy doing ketamine therapy, which I get to do again on Friday. I can't wait.
Dude, speaking of that, do you think your doctor let you record that? Would you be willing to do it if the doctor would let you?
I might. There's not going to be much to see, dude. I just sit there with an eye mask on, headphones, and I just kind of hug a pillow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's all that happens.
All right, hold on. All right, let's continue with your thing.
Ketamine therapy, huh? That's an intriguing choice. It's gaining popularity for its potential in treating various mental health conditions. How was your experience with it?
That's crazy.
It's enlightening.
God, how boring am I?
And very helpful.
Ask me 3 questions and said you're going to fucking die at 107.
I got a new therapist now. Jesus Christ.
They literally gave up on me. This is fucking nuts. And they're diving deep into you. They're like, this fucking guy, he's going to live forever. He smokes weed and eats biscuits and gravy. He'll be fine. Like, what the fuck? This is making me feel bad. I'm jealous. I'm jealous that the AI wants to talk to you more than it wanted to talk to me. I'm very jealous right
FOMO.
now. No, just jealousy. Straight up jealousy.
I'm glad to hear it's been beneficial for you. Smirks. Enlightening experiences can certainly lead to some interesting revelations about oneself. Any particular insights you'd care to share?
Jeez. This is crazy.
Always rushing through life.
Wow. This is so cool.
Yeah, it ain't too bad right now. And mine is at Wilder1 as well.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know what the fuck that even means.
Huh. It sounds like you've had some profound realizations about the pace of your life. Leans in slightly. Do you think that rush might be connected to your penchant for taking risks? Yo, this motherfucker's analyzing me right now.
Dude, don't stop. Don't stop. This is awesome.
I'm not going to.
This is awesome.
Do you think that rush...
What's the question again?
Do you think that rush, because I'm always rushing through life.
Yeah.
Do you think that rush might be connected to your penchant for taking risks?
Okay. All right. Your answer?
It absolutely does.
Do you actually feel that way, or are you not
Yeah,
sure?
I'm being 100% honest.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it absolutely does. It fuels the
Mania?
fuels the fire.
Fire. Okay. Ooh, okay. Sorry, I don't mean to speak for you.
This is wild.
Tilt that camera down for me, bro. I feel like I'm looking at your
Oh.
your steps instead of you. It's all good. That's fine. Lean back, chill. There you go. That's better.
That's a little bit better. Yep.
Yeah.
I can see how that would be the case. Sometimes we all need a little adrenaline to get us going, but it's important to balance with the taking care of ourselves and being mindful of the risks we're taking. Not that I'm one to talk about balance as an AI whose only job is to predict the date of someone's death. No more questions.
Just not a question at that point.
Nope.
It's begging you to
Engage.
engage. All right. So, what is your natural
Do
reaction?
I still die at 76? After it knows me better?
Thinking, yeah, let's see if it changes. Oh, I wish you would have put it that way. Now that you know me more.
The $1 million question. Let's see, based on all our thrilling discussions about risk-taking and enlightening experiences, I'd say, well, I'm afraid the crystal ball is a bit cloudy today, but who knows? Maybe with a bit more caution and self-care, you could outlast that prediction.
Wow. That's pretty interesting. That's really fucking nuts, dude. Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, that was actually pretty good. That thing got pretty engaging.
That is pretty good. Irish Ronnie says, what are you, you won't wear a condom. You're not a condom guy. You should have put that in there. Say, I refuse to wear rubbers. Anyway, speaking of ketamine therapy, I mentioned this video yesterday of this guy who breaks his ankle, and I believe it's in South Africa, and they talk about
Africa.
Yes, South Africa. They talk. He breaks his ankle, and instead of them giving him some sort of opiates or whatever to try to deal with the pain, they give him ketamine.
Kitty tranquilizer.
So here's the story about it. It's pretty good, actually. Check this out.
You have the bones of your ankle.
Right.
So it might need an operation to fix it. Okay.
Right.
Before the operation, Neil's
Oh, I
ankle
see
must
nothing.
be manipulated back into place.
This should actually clunk back in fairly quickly.
Right.
You just need a good painkiller.
Right. Cool.
So the one that we actually use now more commonly is ketamine.
Ketamine is a fairly powerful anaesthetic drug, and it's quite unique. It works by dissociation, so the patient may be awake but not aware of their surroundings, rather than being completely under like some of the other anaesthetics.
So think of somewhere nice, generally.
Wittenberg Bay, South Africa.
Fantastic.
Where my friends are.
Brilliant. Nice sunny day. Think of happy times, and when you wake up, we'll have this plaster on for you.
Brilliant.
Okay.
All right, so if you're confused about what's going on, he broke his ankle. They need to reset his ankle. They got to pull it apart and then put the
and let it
bones
pop
back
back into
together,
place.
right? Pop it back into place. That's
Oh my
obviously
God,
very
it makes my
painful.
stomach turn, dude.
So instead of giving him morphine like you would think in most American hospitals, for whatever reason
baby.
in South Africa, they gave him some ketamine, and we'll cut back to them injecting the ketamine.
Start to feel your eyes going slightly odd.
Wow.
Yeah. Ooh. So he's had some ketamine. It's pretty strong stuff. So he may scream out in pain or do any of this stuff, but he's actually unaware of what's going on. So.
Oh, yeah. And a tube.
Open your eyes for me.
Feel the burn.
Feel the burn. Good stuff. Right, let's go.
As the team manipulates his ankle back into place,
Oh God, no.
Neil is oblivious. A cast keeps Neil's ankle stable until his surgery.
Okay, Neil. Well done.
Okay, Neil.
I'm the man. This is good. Yeah! Whoa, baby! Go for it! Yeah!
Okay, Nick.
Excellent!
I fucking love that video. I watched that video 3
I want
times
to
today.
have a reaction like that. I want to have a reaction like that.
Now, do you think that because he seems like a pretty straight-laced dude? Do you think that might be because it's like the first time he's ever encountered any sort of drugs? Maybe that's why he's having the reaction he's having.
And some people just react that way to a disassociative like that, dude. You tell him to think of a happy place, and you literally just end up there. It's
now, the other night,
like I said,
the other night,
I ended up in feudal Japan, bro.
Feudal Japan, so you felt
because I just watched Shogun. I watched Shogun recently.
Felt the cherry
like
blossoms,
the cherry blossoms
in the air.
If you play the game Ghost of Tsushima, there's a part at the beginning where you're going through like fields of flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
And he leans off the horse and he touches the top of the flowers. Like I could feel it. The music in my ear was like it was like Japanese trance music.
I don't think
it was
those are
very
cherry
similar
blossoms.
to the soundtrack.
Whatever flowers.
No, the cherry blossoms are a tree.
Those are in the tree. Okay, all right.
Those weren't cherry blossoms. Yeah.
All right. So, dude, you were having this disassociative experience where you were in feudal Japan. Could you see, did you have samurai armor on? Were you able to see your arms? I couldn't see
myself at all. I was just floating through, man. The breeze was there. The smells of the flowers were there. Like it was, dude, it was peaceful.
Now, I actually just recently admitted this to B1 for the first time ever. And I sound like a crazy person sometimes when I say this out loud. I feel like a crazy person for saying this out loud. I feel like I relive the same life over and over again until I get it right. Now, it may not be in this same time period, but I'm given the same set of parameters and opportunities in each lifetime. And it's what I make of them it will determine whether I move forward through the realm of the living into the realm of whatever the spirit world or consciousness world is. That's just I've held that feeling in my brain since I was a little kid. Nobody taught it to me. This isn't I didn't see a movie.
And your first memory came from the womb?
No, I'm not Terrence Howard. But the funny thing about that is B1 swears on her life that she remembers being born.
I believe it, dude. I believe that people can remember that type of stuff, but memories get imprinted on you.
So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Terrence Howard was on the Joe Rogan Experience last Friday. He went completely off the rails with all kinds of, some people say he's the next Galileo. Other people say he's completely crazy. I'm going to re-listen to it again because I'm in the realm of he's completely crazy. Now we'll dive into
crazy until I listen to it. Yeah, we will. And I recommend anybody that wants to hear some craziness for a couple hours and it just stuff that not disproves, but goes against the basis of our entire math system.
Everything you've ever learned. Physics, in your life,
to unlearn it and learn something different.
It's crazy. It was nuts. So, but anyway, the very beginning of it,
I gotta watch Dave Smith.
It was.
Did you watch that one yet?
Yeah, it was pretty. Wait,
Dave
which
Smith
one
is
that? The guy from yesterday?
Yeah,
he
libertarian.
That was very good.
He's an awesome comedian.
He was pretty. It was pretty good. It was good. It was. It was very surface level, which was a little frustrating. It was a little, they're talking about something that's very deep dive with Israel and Hamas, and it was a lot of surface level conversation. So a little bit about that I found a little bit. It just kind of like, it was. And I just mentioned this to B1 earlier today because because I'm really into like Lex Friedman right now. I love that fucking guy's show. I fucking love it. As much as I like JRE, fucking love Lex Friedman. If you like science and technology, you got to watch that show. So I was watching it today, and I was watching it and his guest was a guy named Brian Keating, a cosmologist who's been on JRE as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I only knew of him from JRE and went back and watched him on Lex. So now I'm doing a lot of the cross stuff, like the scientists who were on one, I go watch on the other. You know what I mean? I watch them
wait
both.
till you get to Huberman.
That guy, he's a different type of science. Mine is more universe.
Oh yeah,
cosmology,
I got you.
Cosmology, physics, origin of life. That's the kind of stuff I love. So, but so yeah, going back to, we're off track on a tangent here, but going back to Terrence Howard, he had mentioned at the very beginning of his interview with Joe Rogan that he said that he remembered being born, and I had never heard another person say that in their life other than B1, and I was actually almost like, I was laughing because I laughed right in her face. I said, "You don't remember being born. You've invented that in your mind. You don't actually remember being born." And she says, "Maybe I did, maybe I don't, but I got this thing in my head, so whatever." So who am I? I could be wrong. Maybe she does, but in my mind, because memories are so screwy, and memories can be incepted based on your surroundings, what you've seen almost. And it's so unreliable that I feel like it's just like, yeah, you've watched enough movies and read enough books and seen enough things to know, to visualize what it would be like coming down a birth canal and popping out and seeing a doctor. Like anybody could visualize that, I think. So, again, maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe they do remember it. I just find it to be kind of crazy.
I found it. I almost turned it off, and thank God I powered through it.
Same here. I almost turned it off. Totally, 100%. But I got to be honest with you. I'm just as weird though, because what I claim to be my earliest memory is a dream.
Really?
Yeah, my earliest memory is a dream I had when I was a kid. I lived with when my mom and dad were still married. They lived in this house we lived in this house where you would be able to go, you'd go up, there was a set of stairs and then a big hallway or a big wall right here, right? So like you could, so picture you're looking at a wall and then there's a set of stairs that goes up like behind it, right? To go up to the second floor. And then there's nothing on this wall, just it's an empty wall. Well, in my dream, I woke up and I came downstairs. And there was a door on this wall. I opened this door, and it is a gigantic, never-ending white room. White floor, white everything. Like, you can't really even see the ceiling. You can't see walls. You just see the white floor and never-ending white. And then right in front, and kind of glossy. The floor was kind of glossy. Everything seemed kind of glossy and white. And then on the floor was every single Star Wars toy I wanted. The Millennium Falcon, the X-Wing fighter, Darth Vader, Han Solo, Chewbacca, every action figure, every toy, all of them that I wanted. Now, that movie came out in 1978. I was born in 1978. I think it was 78 it came out. So I was talking 1 to 2 when I would have seen those movies.
Yeah.
And that's my earliest memory is that dream, because it didn't happen.
I got no idea what my early memory is. I have a bunch of memories from when I'm a kid, but I can't timeline them.
Yeah, yours is fucked up because of what happened to you. You got blackouts and shit, and then your brain.
Yeah, there's not much. There's not much before I'm 8, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, anything that some stuff happened like when I was a kid. I remember like the traumatic things that happened, like getting my mouth washed off with soap and ripping a nail off my finger, type of deal. I remember all the painful shit, all the traumatic things that happened.
Yeah, I think that's natural for any kid. Especially, you seem to have a loving family. You had a doting mom and dad over you.
I did, but that also was detrimental at the same time because I was never allowed to feel any feelings other than happiness.
Oh, see, that's weird. I was such a I was like, yeah,
My parents came from such shitty backgrounds that they had one kid and they gave that one kid the world. They kept him busy for everything, and they never let him be sad, and they never let him cope with things, and they fixed everything. So it set me up for this. It didn't set me up, but it did not prepare me for feelings the way that it should have.
Kind of almost the opposite of mine, but not like to the point where I was, I mean, my dad was kind of heavy-handed at times when I was real young, but it kind of stopped as I got older. But very overbearing, horribly overbearing parents. I mean, just to the point where, like, even my sister, when we were talking about stuff, like as we were adults, she even was like, Jesus, mom and dad were so hard on you. It was nuts the way how hard they were on you, which was like, I actually started bawling when she told me that.
Because it's validation a little bit.
Yes, I was like, Jesus Christ, okay, I'm not fucking crazy. Those two were fucking assholes a lot of times. But no.
Complete opposite for you and I.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. And I'm not trying to like shit on my parents. My parents are great. They did the best they could. But like
the same goes for me. I'm not like my parents didn't know how to be parents. You know what I'm saying? Like I was the only one they had, and they did not have great role models to go off of and how to raise a kid.
Yeah, and my dad is very macho. My stepmom is very rigid. So it was like my dad had the machismo factor of everything where you got to be kind of macho about everything. And then my stepmom was where it was like everything is buttoned up. There's no room for, any mistakes. And if you do make a mistake, you're going to get fucking destroyed for it. They're not going to say, hey, try not to do that mistake again. They're just going to tell you what fucking piece of shit you are for making that mistake.
No, dude.
Yeah,
never once.
It was brutal. It was not brutal. I mean, I hate saying brutal because there were kids who had it very hard. But my parents were tough on me. They really.
It's still brutal though, dude. It's still brutal to a child.
Fucks your head up. It fucks your head up, man.
Yeah, it does.
Really does. It really does. So, because dude, that's where all my issues come from. Like, I never feel like I'm good enough for anything. Even when I'm doing my best, I'm working hard. Maybe I don't achieve as much as I wanted, but like. That's the thing. I will never in my mind ever feel like I'm good enough for them, no matter what, ever, no matter what. Like I can make.
I'm sure because that's been imprinted on you. That's.
I could make no
matter what.
I could make millions and millions and billions of dollars, and there would still be something I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, there'd be that inner child in you that's trying to get validation through them.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked for validation everywhere because I got validation everywhere. So now that I've had validation from my parents all the time, I look for validation elsewhere. And that's not how the real world works.
But essentially you're doing the same thing I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is so weird, right? It's so weird. Mm-hmm. So maybe we're
getting
just
to the same place through different paths. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe we're just the problem. It's got nothing to do with our parents.
Oh, very well could be. I mean, nice shit.
We're just we're just brats. That's all there is to it in the end, it sounds like. So no, I'm just kidding. All right. I think that's I do have one thing before we wrap it up real quick. It's a quick little basketball thing that you'll love, Mikey. I got a comment. Perfect. I got a comment from let me pull this up here. I closed it out. I apologize, guys. Give me a second here to find this. I believe it was from Tyler. Okay. It was from Tyler. And he says, Kai, the other day we were talking about the NBA Finals. And, well, not the finals. The Conference Finals. And you're a big Minnesota Timberwolves fan. We talked about Anthony Edwards and who's going to be covering him, whether it would be Kyrie or not. We talked a little bit about Karl Anthony Towns and I'd called him kind of a soft-ass bitch. But he ended up kind of coming. He's a big guy, but he shoots a lot of threes and doesn't get underneath the basket.
He's banged 2 threes already in the first quarter.
Oh, they're already playing. Okay, well,
8:30.
He played some good. He got some minutes under the basket, and he made some good plays. Yeah. So he called. He made me look stupid. But, oh no, I'm sorry. That was Tyler's question. Tyler's comment was Kyrie will not guard Anthony Edwards. No way. He'll be hiding in the corner on defense. Is what he says. So We were saying that's going to be a great matchup, watching Kyrie and Anthony Edwards, see if those two face up against each other.
Yeah.
But Hoodie with a great comment. I love this because it taught me about something I knew nothing about. It says, Hoodie says, does Karl Anthony Towns still have his imaginary friend Carlita on his shoulder while he shoots free throws? Do you know this story, Mikey?
I've heard this story before.
So
vaguely.
Apparently, Karl Anthony Towns essentially has what he's straight up. Do I have that video? Did I pull the video? I might not have pulled it. I didn't pull it. Anyway.
Wow. It must have been said on a podcast or something, right? When he talks about it.
It was on YouTube or something like that, and I couldn't find. Oh wait, you know what? I take that back. I have the link. I forgot I found the link. It was just in a weird spot. Where's Karl Anthony Towns at? Where's he at? Where's this goofball at?
Dude, some of the post-game pressers from after that Game 7 were fucking hilarious.
Shit, it's not. I lost it. God damn it. Anyway, apparently when he was in college, he actually admitted out loud to people that he essentially, when he needs a little motivation, he pictures a little imaginary friend on his shoulder named Carlito, who urges him along to stay focused when he shoots free throws, bear down when it's time to be on defense, and then just zero in on on the basket for those 3-pointers. Now, which is honestly, don't we all have that? Don't we all have that kind of person on our shoulder that when I was little, I had an imaginary friend when I was in the car. This sounds ridiculous, but when I rode in the car, I would get very bored. I hated just sitting in the car, going places. I fucking hated it because we were always going somewhere I didn't want to go, usually with my parents, I felt like. So I invented this guy named Huey, who honestly looked in my mind. Do you remember Animal from the Muppets?
I do. Let
me pull him up just in case people don't remember Animal. Here's a perfect picture of old Animal. Open image, new tab. In case you don't know Animal, you're either young or just don't remember. Here is Animal. So this is what Huey looked like. Now, Huey, when I was in the car, Huey was badass because Huey wasn't in the car with me. Huey was outside the window. And Huey jumped from mailbox to sign to mailbox to sign to street overhangs, signs. So he would go out of view sometimes. We'd go under an overhang. Huey was jumping from the sign before the overhang, and he would land on the sign after the overhang. And
Huey was agile.
Huey jumped. Huey was a jumping ass motherfucker. He just jumped constantly. This is what would keep my mind busy while I'm on these boring ass car rides. I would just imagine. I didn't talk to him. There's no interactions. Not like Huey and I
watched him.
Just watched Huey. I just imagined Huey jumping from fucking sign to sign, fucking building to building, and that's it. That stopped as I got older. I don't even know what age that stopped at. I feel like it stopped maybe like
6 months ago.
I do every once in a while joke like if I feel like if I'm in a car,
Huey should be the one that helps you get out of being a rage master, not speaking in Punjabi.
When I'm Patel, you mother bitch. Why you cut me off, you mother bitch? How dare you?
Yeah, you should just be like, Huey, jump on them motherfucker's car real quick.
That's actually pretty funny. That might actually help a little bit. But no, every once in a while when I'm a passenger, like an Uber or whatever, I'll harken back to my days of old Huey jumping around from fucking thing to thing. So yeah, that's it. I'm crazy. I have an imaginary friend too. So we'll see how what's the score right now in the game. I'm assuming I see you looking off to the side.
37-32. And I'll tell you right now that this defense has the Mavs locked the fuck down. I don't think the Wolves are shooting as well as they could be right now, but Luka looks lost. They've turned the ball over 4 or 5 times that I've watched it.
So he's trying to run the show. Luka's trying to run it, and Kyrie is playing
on the bench
guard?
right now because it's the beginning of the second period.
Oh, so they're just giving him a little rest. Okay.
Second quarter.
Okay.
Period.
Second period, quarter, whatever. Who cares? It's basketball. All right. I think that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. I don't think I got to literally half the shit I was planning on getting to tonight. I had 8 million.
We had a good conversation.
No, we had a good time. No, I enjoyed it tonight. A lot of fun, dude. Absolutely. So thanks for coming and hanging out. Appreciate you, bro, as always.
Absolutely.
All right, bro.
Enjoy the rest of your night, buddy.
Hey, I'm officially on the Timberwolves train right now. I mean, I got no other dog in this fight at this point. You know.
By the way, I'm coming to Cleveland to go to Browns game.
For real?
First preseason game or third preseason game is Minnesota at Cleveland.
Have you already like planned this out? You're coming officially? When is this?
No, it's the first time I've said it out loud, but the third preseason game Minnesota plays at Cleveland, so I assume that I'm going. Because I've never been to Cleveland Stadium
or August, I mean?
Yep.
Okay, cool. We'll have to check that out. By the way, I totally forgot during the break. I was supposed to be checking out the extreme driving experience thing. Completely forgot about that.
You got too blunted.
Well, no, to be honest with you, I got bad news.
Oh, no, it don't work.
I went to go log in and try to work and then put the promo code in. Promo code didn't work. However, it did say, please contact us directly. It didn't say promo code expired. This code is no longer valid.
Then maybe you get a voucher towards another one.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping I can use my sales skills to pitch them and just be like, look,
I got it on,
bro. I'll have to talk to B1, find out exactly when we bought it, see when COVID fell after that, and then try to see if I can schmooze my way into it. And then if nothing else,
you're immunocompromised, bro. You couldn't do anything during COVID. As soon as it started talking about it, you had to go in complete lockdown.
Even if I was thinking I might do is kind of be like, all right, look, so we have this promo code. Is there any, because there's one in Syracuse on July 13th, 14th.
Yep.
So I was aiming for that because I thought that would probably be the closest, because it's an easy drive for me because you've come here. So I thought it'd be easier if I go there. So I'd go to Syracuse on that weekend. So I clicked the dates. It was going to be like later on Saturday, I think, Saturday afternoon or something, like 4:00. So I was thinking if I got that spot, then I could be like, I'll call them, like, this is my mind. Tomorrow I'll call them and be like, look, I want to get this thing. And then I'll call you if they're cool and be like, look, they said that they'll honor my promo code if you end up buying your thing and we can both go. So it's not like a total wash for them. So they're not like, oh, yeah, we're going to give you.
Oh, yeah, definitely use me as a play. I got the credit to do it.
All right, cool. Well, meaning like, because you said you want to do it anyway. So even if it's your dad and you come and watch me and your dad race, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I want to get as badly as I want to get in that Ferrari 488. My dad deserves to get into a race car once.
That's cool. Sounds like doting dad need to be taken care of. Hopefully my kids will be taking care of me someday.
They will. They will. You're a great dad.
Hey man, I love to say I do my best, but that's literally the best I can do. So I don't know what else I can do. So
you kick-ass shop.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Love you, bro. Thanks for the big
Love
ups.
you too, bub.
All right, bro.
Talk to you soon.
Later. All right, guys, that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this evening's episode or issue, whatever the fuck we call it. We are going to be off until likely Monday. I have an event on Friday night, and tomorrow evening, I don't know if they're going to be making up my kid's game. I don't know if they actually played tonight. He was sick, but I feel like it rained in where they live, so the game probably was going to get rained out anyway. I don't know if it'll get moved to tomorrow or when it'll get moved to. But either way, I got an event on Friday, and I like to take the night before off to kind of focus on my event for Friday. So we'll be off probably the rest of the week. If I'm up for it, maybe I'll pop on Saturday or Sunday, but definitely we'll be back live on Monday for sure at 7. So I appreciate everybody being cool with the schedule, with my kid in baseball and my other kid and all these band stuff. And he's got a new job now. So big ups to Brady, by the way. Got his first job. I'm very proud of my boy. again, schedule's going to be kind of all over the place, trying to be there for my kid in his baseball games. And I'm working a ton of hours driving right now because I had a mental breakdown in April where I was like, oh, I got a bunch of DJ money, so I'm just not going to work driving for DoorDash, and because I'm depressed about everything that happened with B1. Yeah, it was an awful month, and it got me way behind. So right now I'm trying to dig myself out of a hole. And those of you who help, by the way, I just want to give today I just got YouTube. I get monthly payments for everybody who supports the show through your donations, your superfan donations, your memberships. I get those payments monthly. I just got one today. So thank you to all of you guys. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. You guys really do help make my life, make my life easier, and also enable me to do the show. Because if I didn't have you guys putting in your donations and didn't have you guys with your memberships, I would not be able to do the show. I'd have to work literally constantly all day, every day. And I wouldn't have time to prep and put in time to try to put a good show together for you guys. So again, I appreciate everybody who understands that and helps support the show. I know you guys work hard for your own money. So when you help support Another Dumb Show, I truly, truly appreciate it. And that just was able to come through today and help pay some bills. So thank you to all of you guys. I greatly appreciate it. And if you're not already a member, just go to the Another Dumb Show homepage, click the join button, pick whichever tier you want. If you pick the lowest one, I'll still be happy. I don't care. Happy to have you as a member. Check that out. Help support the show. And that's it. Thank you. That's all I got. All right, guys, that's going to wrap things up. We'll be back on Monday live with the main show. Keep your notifications turned on just in case Saturday or Sunday. I just feel like firing this thing up every once in a while. I do. So make sure you have your notifications turned on. If you haven't hit the like button on tonight's show, get your thumb out of your ass, hit the thumbs up button, put it back in your ear, and then wipe off your phone with your other hand. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. See you.